Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvanam Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Chanora Mardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Tvameva Mata Cha Pitattvameva Tvameva Bandhusya Sakhattvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravidam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Tvameva Sarvam Gurudeva Deva. Hari Om. We are doing the Panchadasi 12th chapter, where Vidyaranya establishes that for all the loves that we have, I love this, I love this, I love this, there is a hierarchy of the love with respect to the objects that we like, including the putradhara and so on, that is wife, husband and so on, wife, children and so on. And there the objects love, and then we have vitta, the love for the wealth, and then that is superior is the love for the son and wife and so on, which you have attachments, and superior to that is the love for oneself. And this you can establish logically, experientially, as well as scripturally. And if a student doesn't know, you can teach him, but if an opponent argues, no, that's not true, and he has a Vitandavadam or Jalpa, then it's better to get rid of him. There's no point in arguing something where he has no knowledge of it. So we'll do 64. Priyam Tvam Rosyati Cheva Priyam Tvam Rosyati Chevam Uttaram Bhakti Tattvavitu Uttaram Bhakti Tattvatvidu Swokta Priyasya Drushtatvam Swokta Priyasya Drushtatvam Sishyo Vitti Vivekataha Sishyo Vitti Vivekataha. Priyam Tvam Rosyati Tyevam Uttaram Bhakti Tattvavidu Swokta Priyasya Drushtatvam Sishyo Vitti Vivekataha. So Tattvavitu Priyatvam, so for knower of the truth, who knows what exactly the truth, so Tattvavitu. Priyam Tvam, the dear thing to you is Rotswati, the small make you suffer, Evam, Iti Evam Uttaram Bhakti, thus replies the given Sishya disciple, Swa Ukti Priyasya, those listen to the dear oneself, Drushtatvam, the shortcomings, Vivekatvataha Vekti. So one can welcome to understand the using intelligence. So small things and so on in the hierarchy, one can convince the other using proper logic and understanding that that's not really happiness. The higher happiness is more, and higher happiness is so on. Ultimately, you can arrive it by examples and also by logic, and ultimately by the scriptures, that the highest, the love for yourself is the highest. So the whole chapter is the ananda comes from the highest, from yourself, therefore you love. So you love any object because it gives you happiness, and what you love is happiness only, and therefore love and happiness are related. And if you are happy already by yourself, then you are full by yourself. That means you do not depend on other things. Then only the love for others comes out of compassion, because you understand the truth. At the same time, you understand that they are going after the objects because you were doing that before, and the same, and now they are, you see others going, and you see because of lack of proper understanding. So if they are ready to listen, as this chapter starts, those who are ready to listen, then you teach them that this is not the ultimate what you are looking for, happiness, and you won't get it that way, and there is a better way. That's what is the Upanishad statement. Parikshalokan karmachitan brahmano nirvedamayan nascha kruta krutena. By kruta, akrutena, that which cannot be done by any action, that happiness is absolute happiness. You cannot get by by any action. And once you are understood by examining by drishtanta with the help of a teacher, then the scripture asks, to know what is the real truth, approach a teacher to find out. '65. Alabhyamanastanayah pidare kleshayochiram prataye kleshayechiram labdhopi garbhapatena prasavena cha badhate together. Alabhyamanastanayah pitare kleshayechiram labdhopi garbhapatena prasavena cha badhate. So here continuing these arguments about the son and so on. Tanaya, sons. Alabhyamanaha, say if they are unborn and are conceived, pitarao, the parents, chiram kleshayatu, give pain. If they are not conceived, people say, oh, I don't have children. They go to different places, take different punya kshetras and all that. Why? They are looking for a son. So if you don't have a son, you are not happy. And then if you have a son, so after chiram kleshayatu, so if you gain paid for a long time, labdahapi, after gaining the son, garbhapa, after conception, garbhapatena, then the possible about the abortion, then also you suffer. And cha prasavena cha badate, and also pain in the time of delivery. So this is what is essentially called any object oriented involves the dukkha mishritatvam. It is mixed with the suffering. There is a pleasure and pain together in all objective happiness. The pains are the trying to get one is a problem, and the preserving is a problem, and if you lose it also you have a problem. Here he gives an example of son, and if you don't have a son you have a problem. If you have conceived, then you have other problem. You have to run around the doctors and so on. And if there is the abortion, there is a problem. And even if you have prasavam also, it's a lot of pain for the lady. So therefore that's also a problem. Even after delivery also there is a problem. So it is essentially the problems in all this, and this is a putra is a higher next to because he is a reflection of Atma. That's what this statement is. So there is a problem in getting it, preserving it, gaining it, losing it, all that. Same argument is continuing in terms of the happiness of the self is much more supreme. That is the essence of this. Jatasya graha rogadi kumarasya cha murkhata upanitepya vidyatvam anudvahascha pandite jatasya graha rogadi kumarasya cha murkhata upanitepya vidyatvam anudvahascha pandite. So even after birth, then you are worried about jatakam, graha, rogadi, also grahas are not good and so on, and roga, the bad planets are the diseases that child will get, and you will be running around for prayaschitam and so on and so forth. And kumarasya murkhata, and once the child is growing up, then you are worried about his stupidity. That means he is dull-witted or sharp or so on, depending upon the nature of the intellect of that. You are trying to educate the child, and there is a problem there. Upanite api, even though initiated in the studies, avidyatvam, because he is not paying attention in the education and he is not studying or learning process, there is also another worry. So avidyatvam, inability to study. Cha pandite anudvaha, even if educated, is not getting married, and there is a problem. So every stage of the development of the child, there is a possibility of a problem, possibility of suffering, and possibility of the not having happiness. So gaining is happiness, preserving is unhappiness, and then losing also happiness. All these things are being pointed out here. Taking example of the sun. Yunascha paradaradi, Yunascha paradaradi, darijyancha kutumbinaha, pitro dukkasya nastyanto, pitro dukkasya nastyantro, dhani chet mriyate tada, together. Yunascha paradaradi, darijyancha kutumbinaha, pitro dukkasya nastyanto, dhani chet mriyate tada. So even after education or off education, if it is a yaunam is of the young age, paradaradi, so he's going around, running around with the girls, there is another problem. If it's a girl running out with the boys, either way. Paradarascha, and having affairs with the wives of other people is an example here. Kutumbinaha, a son with the, suppose he is settled and family, then there is other problem. Darijyam, he doesn't have proper wealth, so daridram is very poor. Darijyam chet. Dhani is wealthy, it is the mriyati, if it is very healthy and everything is okay, then if he dies prematurely, so premature death, mriyati, tatha in their ways, putro dukkasya antaha nasti, there is no limit in terms of what one suffers as a result of having a son. This is essentially problems in everywhere, in everything. So what happiness is there other than your own suffering? So what is that? That's why in the deep sleep state, there is no son, no wife, no nothing, no employment, no daridram, no wealth and all that, but you are happy without all that. So essentially, the scripture is providing and the nature is providing, Lord is providing experience of the happiness that one gets in the deep sleep state, indicating that one without any object oriented happiness is the supreme. We discussed that in the 11th chapter, deep sleep state experience. So anywhere in that, putra is a problem, conception is a problem, delivery is a problem, then rogas, all that. Even after growing, then he is fooling around, not settling properly, and even if he settles, there is a poverty, all that. And if he dies and everything is okay, if he dies prematurely, there is again problem. So 68, so he is essentially pounding on this same issue. Evam viviccha putradau, pritim chaktva nijatmani, nischitya paramam pritim, vichyati tamahurnisham, together. Evam viviccha putradau, pritim chaktva nijatmani, nischitya paramam pritim, vichyati tamahurnisham. So evam putradau, that these sons, etc., vivicha, with the proper, by analyzing properly, so he is presenting different versions and different incidents and different situations where you can see that that's not the real happiness. That is still lower compared to, so you are going after lower, leaving of the top and leaving of the highest happiness and going after small happiness. Say therefore, pay attention to this analysis. Go after the highest. That should be an intelligent way of living. Evam viviccha putradau pritim chaktva nijatmani. So evam putradau, these sons, etc., viviccha, by proper analysis, pritima chaktva, so give up the the so-called priti, that's called real love, that's called attachment, giving up, because one can discard that attachment, discarding the so-called attachment. Nijatmani paramam pritim nischitya, knowing that the highest happiness comes from my own self. So Nijatmani, in one's own self, paramam pritim, that supreme love is I love myself. So nischitya, having concluded, tam aharnisham bhikshate. So that aharnisham, so day and night work for this. This is the highest goal of life, and this is the very purpose of life. So try to establish yourself in this truth. Bhikshate, contemplate on this. So that's the statement of the teacher here. So 69. Agraha brahma vidvesha, agraha brahma vidvesha, deshadapi pakshamunchitaha, pakshamumunchitaha, pakshamumunchitaha, vadino naraka prokto, vadino naraka prokto, doshascha bahuyonishu, doshascha bahuyonishu. So together, agraha brahma vidvesha, veshad api pakshamam umunchitaha, vadino naraka prokto, doshascha bahuyonishu. So agraha, due to the anger, insistence, api brahmavit dveshad, the one who hits the knower of Brahman, paksham amunchitaha, and not giving up one stand. This is the one who argues the Brahma with knower of Brahman, knower of the reality, one who argues with it with the hatred and so on. Vadinaha, the one, he goes narakancha bahuyonihi, he goes through the hell. Here the Vidyaranya says, don't worry about him, leave it to him for his own fate. Those who argue with you or fight with you or quarrel with you and even hurt you, and because he believes in that, wants to establish by force, and for him, just leave it, let him go through his own hell. And narakamcha bahuyonihi dosha praktam. So this because of his own defects, he goes through hell. You don't have to do anything, worry about it. Lord takes care of them. So this is what the preyas versus shreyas that Kathopanishad talks about. There are people who are interested in the shreyas, so that which is the highest one, preyas, that is only the temporary love, and people want to go after that compared to this. And therefore, why are you wasting your time? This is more important. There is nothing there. You are suffering there. They see only you are suffering in terms of your discipline, whereas you are enjoying the greatest happiness. 70. Brahmavid Brahmarupatvat, Brahmavid Brahmarupatvat, Ishvarattena Varnitam, Ishvarattena Varnitam, Yajyat Tattat Tadaiva Syat, Yajyat Tattat Tadaiva Syat, Tatsishya Prativadinoh, Tatsishya Prativadinoh. Together, Brahmavid Brahmarupatvat, Ishvarattena Varnitam, Yadvat tattat tadaiva syat, tatsishya prativadinoh. Ishvara, so Brahmavit Brahmarupatva, the knower of self, who knower of the self is of the nature of the Brahman itself. So Brahmavit Brahmaiva bhavati, so Upanishad. So knower of Brahman becomes a Brahman. Wow, how does he become Brahman? Because knower of Brahman is not some objective knowledge, it is Aham Brahmasmi, I am Brahman. Therefore, he understood that he is Brahman. Therefore, Brahmavit Brahmaiva bhavati, I know I am Brahman. That is the knowledge. Brahmavit Brahmarupatva. So he is in the form of Brahman only. Everybody is in the form of Brahman only. But here he knows that he is in the form of Brahman compared to others. Others don't know, but he knows. So Brahmavid Brahmarupapattu Ishwarattena Varnitam. So scripture talks about you, he is like a Ishvara. Ishvara may have Sarvajñatvam, Sarvatvam and all that. Here he knows the absolute truth, but he may not know the relative truths. Here the Ishvara knows the Para and Apara Vidya also, whereas the Brahmavid knows the Para Vidya. He may not know quantum mechanics, or he may not know what's in the number of galaxies or planets and all that. He may not know all that. So someone went and asked, a child asked Swami Tejamayanji, so can you read my mind? He said, can you read other than my mind? So Swami said, no, I cannot. Then he stopped and then looked at him and said, but I know what's in their mind. The student was very happy. I asked him, how do you know? Well, I love them enough, they will tell me what's there in their mind. So I don't need to waste my time in trying to learn other people's mind, because my mind itself is almost messed up. Why do you want to know other people's mind? So one person, a sage, went to Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, says this, you have been wasting your time for 25 years. They see, for 20 years I conquered and I can now walk on the water, and you can't have any power like that. So Ramakrishna says, I can give 10 cents to a boatman and he will take me there, and you wasted 25 years for this 10 cents sake. That's what is essentially. So all these things have no value in terms of absolute truth. So yajyat tat tataiva. So the each one gets what he deserves. Yajyat tat tataiva syat tat sishya prativadinoh. So the student gets the knowledge, and prativadi, one who wants to unnecessarily argue with a Brahmavid, is Brahmavid doesn't want to argue, but prativadi wants to argue, pull him down. So he gets through in his own, he deserves whatever he gets. That's what is the conclusion. So don't get into arguments with any sage. And if you don't like his teaching, just come away from that. If you enjoy satsang, then you get benefit out of it. But trying to criticize a Brahmavid unnecessarily, you get unnecessarily the curse of that also. It's a warning here. Yastu sakshinam sevate priyamuttamam tasya preyana savatma nasyati kadachana together. Yastu sakshinam sevate priyamuttamam tasya preyana savatma nanasyati kadachana. Yahatu, so he, whoever he may be, indeed, sakshinam, the witness consciousness, atmanam uttamam priyam, who loves this self that I am. Loves means redirects the mind towards that. Atmaniyeva atmanatushtaha. That is the love. He is happy with himself by himself. So love for oneself is abiding in the knowledge that I am full by myself. I don't depend on anything other than myself for my happiness. That is how the love for oneself is expressed. So I say, oh, I love myself. Everybody loves themselves. But they say, I love this, I love this, I love this. And you see, the happiness they are still going after without knowing that I am the very source of happiness. That means my understanding of the self is not clear. So yastu sakshinaha atmanam sevate, the one who goes after one's own self, discovering, sevate here, discovering one's own self, priyamuttamam, he is the highest prema, love for oneself is therefore, is his sevate, the one who contemplates on that. Tasya asau priyan atma, to that person, to that person, the dear self, kadachana nasyati, he will never get destroyed by this approach. This is the declaration by the scripture, And Krishna also says the Ubhaya Brashta, the one who has not achieved but has gone in that direction, is nothing wasted, even though he was not going after the objective happiness and concentrating only on that, and he neither get this one and that one, and therefore Arjuna asks what happened to him. He says nothing will be wasted. Any approach in this direction will take you to the higher. In the next life you will be born in a conducive environment, and you will encounter a Mahatma that will help you to grow, or if you have the knowledge already, then the knowledge will trick him and you will reach the highest. This is the law, and therefore Krishna declares in that 6th chapter, and he says, in the same way, if I am going for objects only, that provides you bandhanam, bondage, I'll be going after again and again and again, and that's what we have been doing for the past many lives, and that will continue. Punarapi maranam, punarapi jananam. So, if it is self-love, not only that, it ends, and also it will never be wasted. So, anything, salpam aprasya dharmasya, even little bit of this will help you to go a long way. So, nothing will be wasted here. 72. Parapremaspadatvena paramananda rupatah sukavruddhi priti vruddhau sarvabhaumadishu sruta together. Parapremaspadatvena paramananda rupatah sukavruddhi priti vruddhau sarvabhaumadishu sruta. So parapremaspadatvena, so buying the superior paramaprem, this is supreme happiness, and therefore by being supreme happiness, paramananda rupatah is of the nature of supreme ananda, supreme bliss, sarvabhaumadishu, in the emperor etc., pratibuddho, the great happiness, sukha dukkha, and greater self is shrutaihi ishyatam. Scripture says that this is greater than being the emperor and all that. In the Anandavalli, a Sarvabhauma, an emperor gets happiness if he owns everything in the world and also young enough to enjoy this, and his happiness and next level is 100 times more happiness, and the next one is 100 times more, like that all the way to Brahmaji, whose happiness is 1 into 10 to the power of 26 times the one Sarvabhauma's happiness, and even that is limited. We are talking about supreme happiness, parapremaspadam paramanandaha. That is what you are after, and this is what the scripture says in the Taittiriya Upanishad. So 73. Chaitanyavat sukham chasya svabhavaschetachidatmanah dhivrittishu nu varteta dhivrittishu anuvarteta sarvaswapi chitiryatha together. Chaitanyavat sukham chasya svabhavaschetasidatmanah dhivrittishu anuvarteta sarvaswapi chitiryatha. So chidatmanah, because of the Chit Atma, this is because of the consciousness, the self that I am. Chaitanyavat, it is of the nature of consciousness, and Sukhancha of the nature of Ananda. It is Sat Chit Anandam. How can it be Anandam? Because Chaitanyam is Brahman. That's what the scripture says. Prajnanam Brahma. So I am conscious entities, I am existent entities, though there is nothing other than existence, and I am conscious entity, and conscious entity is Sattayeva Chit Chittayahayaham. And that consciousness is Brahman, and therefore there is nothing other than that. Therefore it is limitless. Therefore Sukham Aswaru Aswabhavaha. Bliss is also its nature. Yatha Chit consciousness sarvasu inalapi dhivastushu, in the thoughts of the mind anuvartate, should appear as as the consciousness is reflected in anyone, therefore happiness should also be reflected. But my attention is in the objects or the thoughts, therefore I am paying attention to the wrong one. But if the mind is concentrating on the consciousness that is getting reflected, the mind becomes quiet also in the process, and therefore you feel happiness also. Pratibodha viditam matam. Let's see, in the Kenopanishad, it is revealed in every thought, but even thoughts won't disturb me because I am, in me there are the thoughts, but I am not, I recognize I am unperturbed, witnessing consciousness of all the subject-object duality. So with that, we will continue in the next talk, the 74. We'll stop here. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.